I will now give the floor to Mr. Ivan Simonovic, Assistant Secretary General for Human Rights.
Chair. Thank you, Mr. Co-Chair. The World Conference is a tremendous opportunity to advance the realization of the rights of indigenous peoples. Both the process leading to the World Conference and its outcome document should further contribute to the implementation of the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples and other human rights standards, as rightly pointed out by the representative of Permanent Forum and many others. It is essential that the conference is prepared in true partnership with indigenous peoples. Human Rights Office welcomes the positive steps taken in this respect, including the appointment of indigenous peoples advisors, in addition to member states advisors by the President of General Assembly, and the participation of indigenous representatives in the present informal consultations. I am very happy to be sitting here together with them, and I am happy to see that President of General Assembly got 4 great advisors. A strong partnership between member states and indigenous people is of great importance also in the next stages of the process, including at the interactive hearing later this month and of course in the conference itself. OHCHR is engaged in supporting this process in many ways, including by facilitating the participation of indigenous peoples' representatives at these 2 events through the UN Voluntary Fund for Indigenous Peoples. The modalities resolution provides important guidance by calling for concise, action-oriented outcome document. As such, an outcome document should go beyond reaffirming the importance of the rights of indigenous peoples and identifying good practices. As many challenges remain ahead in implementing the rights of indigenous peoples, including in the critical thematic areas heightened by indigenous representatives in the outcome document, the High Commissioner has also encouraged work towards an outcome document that prompts enhanced action to advance their rights. This could mean, for example, encouragement for additional strategies on national action plans devoted to the implementation of the Declaration to be developed in close partnership with indigenous peoples, building on the work of the expert mechanism on the rights of indigenous peoples and other key actors. The World Conference is an important opportunity to further promote the UN engagement in indigenous peoples' rights as well. A number of new initiatives have been put forward by indigenous peoples' representatives, but it is also important to consider how we can further strengthen existing UN mechanisms and tools devoted to the indigenous peoples, including the Special Rapporteur, the expert mechanism, the Voluntary Fund, the Permanent Forum, as well as the UN Interagency Support Group, where Human Rights Office has just recently taken up the co-chair for a period of a year, and the UN Indigenous Peoples Partnership Initiative. Let me conclude. I have been encouraged to hear representatives of both member states and indigenous peoples. Human Rights Office looks forward to continuing to contribute to the process leading to the World Conference, and we stand ready to support the preparations of a concise, action-oriented outcome document with a view to ensuring a successful World Conference, strengthening the rights of indigenous peoples, including women, children, youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Assistant Secretary General for Human Rights and representative of the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights.